Hello. Welcome, welcome. I am just waiting just a moment to let a couple people trickle in. And let's see. Let me know if you guys can hear my fan and if it sounds awful. If it does, I can always turn it off, but if I don't have to, I would be very happy. That's too big. All right. Just checking a couple things, making sure we're all good. And I believe that we are. And you guys, if you don't know me, welcome. I'm Christy. All right. Come on in, hang out. And my boy Keniki just got here too. All right, so I'm not going to wait too much longer. Well, I guess it's 4:58 right now. So I guess I will wait a couple minutes longer. And so it's fine that I am here on this. We have a new setup. So we got a good camera here, a good camera, you know, on my face, and I'm feeling pretty good here with all that. Move my screens around. If you're here and you can hear me, say hey. I believe that my sound is just fine, but I just want to make sure that we're doing all right. Looks like I froze. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, I guess I paused myself. That's kind of ridiculous. So, yeah. If you don't know me, again, I'm Christy. I'm from Junk Journal Boss. Our business is a very small one, and we really appreciate that anybody comes here and watches our videos. You know, we're trying to get a little business off the ground for our family to benefit from, and we appreciate all of your support. And you can support us just by being here, by subscribing to our to our channel, turning on all of the notifications. Sorry. Word went away from me for a second. Turning on all the notifications so you never miss anything from us. So it's 5 now Pacific. What time is it over there, and where are you at? We added a 5 to 7 p.m. Friday night stream today, and so this is our first one. Hey Melissa. So this is our first one, and I am super excited about it. And so yeah, how do you like our new setup, Melissa? It's 5, okay? Yeah, because you're just kind of right on the west side of. Hi Amy, welcome. Again, you know, if you're just getting here, my name's Christy. I'm with Junk Journal Boss. We're a small business who likes to, to teach junk journaling and how easy it is, and that you guys can do it too, and all those things that make us all feel good about, you know, finishing projects and all that sort of thing. For me, crafting was a was a big deal because I never did it when I was young. And I was kind of an aimless youth. And so when I started crafting it, I gotta say, it just kind of saved my life. So yeah, thank you. It's gonna keep improving, but I just think this is fun. You guys can, hi Latricia, you guys can thank Ezra for the new setup. It looks more normal, a little clearer, I hope. And so before we get started, I want to go ahead and do a quick shout out to all of our patrons. We've got our dragonflies. Oh, and by the way, I'm calling you guys the Patreon Posse now. And so my Patreon Posse is as follows. Dragonflies are on my $10 tier. This is April Harrell, Darla White, Dawn Graham, Holly Spink, Jane Dunlap, Mary Reynolds, Melissa, Michelle Caldwell, and Sammy D. Butterflies, which is our $5 tier, Debbie Rask, Ellen Davis, Jenna Lynn, and Marla Kimmel. And then our Wildflower tier, which is our $2 a month tier, and that is Nana Creates, Amy Lynn Mellinson, hello Amy, Hippie B Kimmy, Janice Crane, Lee Brown, Linda Powell, MK, Polly, Rhonda Howe, and Sasha. Thank you all so much for being here, for supporting us on Patreon. And over there, we for our paid tier patrons, we make a brand new project that is exclusive for you guys every month, and other things too, like Mega Make Monday. All right, so done with that, and so I want to kind of go over what we did last time, and this was Wednesday. And if you missed the Wednesday live stream, oops, where'd my little flower go? If you missed the Wednesday live stream, you will want to go over there after this, to go over to the YouTube channel and go ahead and watch that one, because what we did was we made this folio, and this is our newest release folio. It's a mid-century modern style crossed with autumn colors. It's our newest folio kit, and this one was made by Ezra, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Now you can see that I did a little bit more work on this morning, because I kind of wanted to get my place and to be, you know, knowing where I was going today. So a lot of thanks, Amy, I appreciate that. So a lot of the times I just get on and kind of wing it, you know, and I probably will still kind of do it because it is my style, but there was a couple things in here that I wanted to do first before, and that I ended up doing kind of this morning. It was coming together, so I want to show you those things. So what I did was, what I did with that, or with this project, was just to go ahead and create another cover. This is actually really one of my favorites that Ezra has done. It's absolutely gorgeous. Such vibrant, beautiful colors. Lots of ephemera, you know, as always, good stuff. So Ezra is not going to be here with us, so I may be kind of a little, you know, late getting links and stuff up, but I will do my best. So a couple things with this, let me talk about this really quick, was this. So we have lots of envelopes, 4 of them, so we'll use those in the other one. This is like a belly band that I was putting some of the ephemera in. This is a signature that it comes with, 3 pages of really cute paper. You can draw or write on, journal in. And so, you know, I did do this part already. So the part I wanted to show you guys, I I guess what it's going to come down to, guys, is I'm just going to go ahead and redo it, but don't worry, I'm not going to cover too much more of what I did last time, except for just, you know, maybe some basic things, but it will be different. And so it's kind of cool. You can go back to the Wednesday, and you can also watch that and just get like some different ideas. That was a preliminary build, and now we're going to be doing the embellishing. And so it's easier to embellish the way that I like to if I do some of that first and I figure out what I'm doing with my envelopes and all that kind of stuff. So the one thing that I really wanted to show you guys, let's see the other envelope. Oh, because I used 3. So that's okay. One of the things that I really super wanted to show you guys was the closure that I used for this. So years ago, I used to do a lot of sewing, and you know me, I had to try everything. I had to have every tool. And so I ended up purchasing an item that I probably had no business purchasing, because I wasn't making like baby diapers or baby clothing or anything like that. But, you know, I don't know, guys, the crafting stuff just calls to me, I just gotta say. So I ended up buying that, and it was really cute, and it sat in my drawer forever and ever and ever. So I decided to drag it out this time. Oh, this hasn't been, no wonder. I decided to drag it out this time and use it for these envelopes, and maybe even the closure for this folio today. And because, hi, how you doing, Monique? So good to see you. Oh my God. But some of the embellishments that I was thinking about that I would have wanted to add to the already done one today are things that really need to be added first, you know. So let's start with this envelope, and then I think we'll go on to figuring out how we are going to create a closure for this here. There's a lot of different ways to do it, and I'll go back and explain the way I did that before, but for now I want to do, where's that tape at? Oh, here it is. I want to do the I'll show you that tool. It's kind of a weird looking tool, but now I don't know, maybe I have almost all of the kinds of tools that will install fasteners or snaps or whatever. And so these ones are baby snaps. They're size 16. I didn't really get any more of these. This is probably the first time I'm actually playing with this. Not right at this moment, but today. And I ended up doing a couple of these here. All right, and so what ended up happening was it got kind of, you know, bent up or whatever. And I don't really love that. I'm okay with it, but I don't really love it. And I think most people like their stuff to look a little bit more pristine, especially with a journal like this. So we're gonna go ahead and do this really quick. So has anybody ever used these? The Dritz, this tool? So what you need are two of those, and a male piece and a female piece. So let me see if I can kind of zoom a little bit more in so that you can see it. Okay, so I've got two pieces that look kind of like a tack, and then I've got a male piece, which is pretty self-explanatory, right? And a female piece. And so we're going to go ahead and put this onto this envelope. If you don't have these, don't even worry about it, you know. But, you know, really, Melissa, if you have one like me, you know, I don't know, it just takes up space and I can't keep it if I'm gonna just not do anything with it. So anyhow, so what I want to do here is to try to figure out where do I want this, because I do have a notch, you know, cut out of that. And so I don't really want that there. I kind of just want it maybe somewhere like that. So knowing that, I'm going to go ahead and just put a, oh, sorry guys. I'll just put this, well, that's a little screwdriver. I needed the other one, which is the poker. And I think my pokers are over here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just poke a hole right where I, excuse me guys, my eye's itching. Right where I marked it. So now here's what that looks like. Okay. All right, and so then what I like to do, because I'm using this on paper, these are, remember, meant to be used with fabric. So these nail parts are a little bit longer than they need to be. So all I'm doing is just taking my pliers here. I'm going to cover this so this thing doesn't go in my eye or something. And I've just cut this little piece off. All right, so I am going to, on this side, I'm just going to put the female part on. This is so easy, you guys, and this could solve, you know, some of your issues with closures and stuff like that. Don't want to use this kind of stuff? Totally fine. But I'm going to use it for this. So this part here always goes here on the black part. And then the other part goes underneath the rubber part. Okay, so there we go. We have that all done. And now what I want to do is I want to mark, I'm just going to kind of press down so I can get kind of a mark of where this one's going to go. So I see a little circle here, so I can just go kind of right in the middle. And then since I didn't glue anything yet, you know, I can actually just make a hole and put this in to the hole, the little nail tack thing. Just snip this little part off. I think I'm going to snip a little bit more, because sometimes when these are too long, the snaps won't shut, and by the time I go to try to cut it off, it's already, you know, the snap is already affixed and it's too late. So hopefully I didn't do that this time. I'm just going to kind of set that in. I'll show you from the side. All right, so now I have got my closure and it snaps nicely. Cool, right? So sometimes when you print out paper, it ends up getting, you know, the ink ends up kind of coming off from handling it. And also be careful when you open these. Doing it with your thumbnail is probably the best idea if you want to use these closures, so just be careful. I'm going to be using double-sided tape today because it doesn't get all over the place. And now I want to know where my little bee scissors are. Oh, I love these little bee scissors, and the fact that they're yellow and black really helps out a lot. You know, they're super bright. Let's do it this way since we've got kind of a light cut right there. All right. I cut my nails today, so it's kind of a little bit, oh goodness, look at that. All right, so when you're using this kind of tape, it wants to not necessarily stay, so what you can do is just, oops, don't mess up your score though. And then try it again. All right, this side wants to be a little weird about it, but that's okay. I got the rest. So, I'll pull this one off. Looking good. And let's see. And so there we go. Now just to kind of, you know, make sure it's flat and just get it nice and crisp again, I'm just going to go over it with that. And then it's a little teeny bit off. I can kind of reshape it if I want, but you know, that kind of stuff happens, right? And it looks really good. So what ends up happening a lot of times when I'm working with my digital papers, I usually print them with a laser printer just because it's easier and it's what actually prints double-sided for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and go around with this distressed oxide, and it's carved pumpkin, and I did that yesterday. And I'm trying to really just get sort of on the edges, you know. I do this thing often where I get really like wild about it, and I start, you know, creating like a whole bunch of like marks, and it's kind of messy looking in my opinion. So I'm trying to not be as messy with this, but you know, there's nothing wrong with a little bit messy, especially if you're doing like a, you know, a junk journal, actually making it out of junk, which is great fun. All right, maybe I'll do a little bit here just for fun. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Monique. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Because I'm not quite sure. All right, so here is our little envelope, right? A little wonky, not a problem. And now this can just go anywhere. Oops, let me bring this down a little bit. So this can just kind of go anywhere. So I'm going to zoom back out since you guys don't need to see those. Everything's so close up. And so I'm going to put this to the side though, because I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet. And I do want to do a little bit of, ooh, I have something I got to show you guys for sure. I do want to put a little bit of the orange ink on the edges. It's a super kind of vibrant orange, so I don't really want there to be like a whole bunch of it. Because when I find when you're using colors, or when I'm using colors, maybe not when you are, but when I'm using colors, I tend to kind of make a mess with it. And with the vintage photo ink, it's not as big of a deal, but with this it just kind of ends up looking messy. But I do like the colors. All right, So I'm going to just go ahead and do this and maybe do some of the inside stuff later. Maybe touch it up later so that I can get on with some of the other things that I want to be using in this folio. All right, what's the temperature over there, everybody? We've got, I think my computer is lying to me because it says 85, and that is just not true. Pretty sure we're over 100 today. And so you kind of get to see me in all my gooey glory here. It's a really great day today, guys. You know why? Because we're crafting. Okay, I think I could do the rest a little bit later. Something I really want to share with you that was kind of bothering me before last time. Okay, so last time when I did this cover, let me make sure I'm not losing anything. When I did this cover, I was kind of, you know, hemming and hawing on where I wanted to put the signature because I was having some trouble with the length of these dividers here, you know, these different spines. So I did it a little bit differently this time, and then I, you know, added the signature and put this bead here, but then I forgot that I was going to have to like fold it in like this, and so that's what it ended up being. And it's not a problem because I actually do like these ones, you know, that kind of open like this and then they open like this, you know. It's kind of like one of those I don't know, Monique makes these. They're like just kind of a whole flip out sort of thing. So but because of that, hi Ray, welcome, welcome, so glad you're here. And okay, so here's what we got here. So this is what I did to fix it. Yeah, man, right? It's so hot over here. And Monique only lives just, you know, probably about 45 minutes from me in the Inland Empire, and it's just really hot. So this is what I did. Rather than scoring right on the line here, I scored right inside of it. Okay, and that's for this first fold. And I did it on both sides. Then I also did that. This is where the two join, like when you put them together. This is the cover, this is the extension, and if you're using the extension, you're going to want to do it this way. So then I did one right here, right next to, you know, where, so this is over this part, so I did it here, and then I just did one here. It's just where I would usually do it, a little bit over the ink, right? And each time I looked at it like this, like how is this going to look, you know? So I made them kind of like graduated widths, not by very much at all, but it really is going to help. Okay, so I did that one, and then I did these, you know, on the ink actually. And then over here, I actually made this one thick, you know. So I went a little outside of the design here, and then I went kind of into the design here. Because what inevitably happens with these journals that we make that have extensions is that you have to compensate for what's inside of here, and it's really, really easy to do if you just simply make it like, I don't know, maybe like a millimeter or two bigger each time, you know, but just play with it and see what works. But this turned out perfect. And so now I know I can put, you know, all of the ephemera and stuff inside, and I'm not going to have, you know, the problem of you know, trying to like make it shape right or whatever. You know, this is the one I did Wednesday, and it was kind of hard, and I had to keep moving the score out, and that just doesn't need to happen, you know. Yes. So Monique says, so I was saying that you could punch a small 1-inch circle and add it below the snaps to reinforce them to reduce the tearing of the paper. And I think that's an awesome idea. Okay, so you would add that here and inside. So this is why you don't want to create your envelopes first. But I always like to see things come together really fast. But when you're using this kind of stuff, that's not just, you know, you're not just like wrapping it up in string or something like that. You're actually, you know, creating, you know, usable closures that are going to hold up. You want to think about those things before you are actually creating the piece of ephemera. So anyway, thanks, Monique. That's a great idea. I think I'll do that next time for sure. We've got our cover. So I did not print out more signatures or anything like that. So I'm just going to take my remaining ephemera and just start working on this. I am going to have to be right back. Go grab a drink or something. All right, superhero duties are done. I had to go rescue Bella from Keniki. Bella's an old girl, and Keniki, you know, is still kind of a puppy, so you know what that could mean. So now I have the rest of the ephemera that I'm going to work with, and you know, there's a lot of things that you could do with these. I'll show you some of the ways that you can do this without let's see, let me just think a little bit. You know, you can get creative with this stuff, right? We give it to you in a certain format, but you can always, you know, cut things, you know, punch things, whatever, to make it all your own. So I think I want some pockets, really. And so I'm going to take one of the two of these, because neither of them seems very directional. Yeah, this one here, I think. It's okay, Keniki. Everyone say hi to Keniki. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut this in half, but not so much. Let's see, if I cut it like that and I turn it over. Okay, yeah. I'm going to cut it at an angle that will give me two different sizes. Okay, this is like me experimenting, guys, so you know, your mileage may vary with this. Well, my mileage may vary with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this small on that side and see what I come up with. Yeah, this is going to work out. So you could do that with two different ones, but look, it kind of came together perfectly right here. Right here, I didn't really even mean to do that. So I could make it like a double pocket like this, or if I want to, I can use that as a pocket, and over here I can do something smaller. Let's see. Yeah, I think because of the way it is, it's going to be better to have it like this, except I think I need something in the middle. That could be in the form of a piece of ribbon or something like that. So I pulled some different ribbons and stuff aside, and thought I would see what some of these might look like. And this is a really weird ribbon that I got probably from Dollar Tree. And when I was looking up like what would mid-century ribbon look like, this was sort of the thing. You know, it has kind of like a weave, you know, kind of looks like a wash rag. So anyways, that's sort of what I was finding. So I can do this if I want to, just to kind of make that, you know, division, but I don't think it's very pretty. But that's okay, because I can do something else, and I will. Stay tuned. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and, oh gosh, I'm sorry for the noise, you guys. I know I'm forever saying sorry for the noise, and then Ezra will be like, what noise? Everything was fine. But I get nervous. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. All right. This guy here. And then we'll do the same here, and then we're going to see what we come up with. So don't be afraid to like cut up our kits, you know, because you can like use your own creativity, and I absolutely would love to see that, what you come up with. It'd be really cool. I love to see what other people do. Okay, so it's a little bit better where you can see both of, let me just point this way. You can see this line and this line, so it doesn't just kind of run into each other. So, sorry for that sound. We're still working on our setup, guys, but it looks loads better now. Pretty soon. So Ezra insists that I have to have everything like right above me and out of the way and whatever, and my mic is still, sorry, right there. And I keep hitting it, and I'm sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use this here. And then I have a little surprise that I'll be putting on here. And if you are interested in getting any of these things that I'm using, I put together like an Amazon idea list, and that I will be posting the link to. I think it has most everything that you can get on Amazon there, you know, like the tools and stuff, but not all of the kinds of ribbon and stuff. A lot of the ribbons that I get are from like Temu or sorry, Dollar Tree. So sometimes what I do is I'll put something on that list, and it could be like really super expensive through Amazon. So I usually will say, you know, you can get this, you know, at a different place, but I'll tell you, so Amazon doesn't really allow you to put much of anything there. It won't allow me to put a link or anything in there, of course, because they want you to stay on their platform and buy from them, which is fair. But I'll tell you right now that ribbon is much cheaper, of course, at Dollar Tree. You guys probably know that already. And you can find the same exact thing on Amazon, and it will be pretty expensive. Alternatively, you can shop for stuff like that on Temu, which is super cheap, and pretty darn good quality, in my opinion. You know, it's way better than Dollar Tree quality, and it really isn't that much more expensive. So anyway, this is annoying. Okay, here we go. I think we're getting it. There we go. And we're going to put our little mid-century type. Let's see. I'm going to put our little mid-century type ribbon on here. Yeah. Yeah, and that's, Melissa says that she gets lots of her ribbon and trim at garage sales and thrift stores, which is also what I do. So, you know, sometimes I can't find, you know, something on Amazon that I'm using, but so, you know, if I can find it, I will give you guys the link. But I'm just gonna say, you know, if you're a Temu shopper and you don't, you know, you don't have a problem with that company, some people do, you know, get it there. For all the years that I've been putting together idea lists, I've always told people that, you know, they don't have to buy it there. It's just kind of so you can see what the thing looks like. Oh, nice. Melissa says, and I found some awesome trim and ribbon finds on Facebook Marketplace. If you have friends, ask them too, because we're junk journalists and we use a lot less ribbon and usually can use what leftovers somebody else might have. Okay, so this is a strip of little adorable little daisies. I got it from Temu. And so I'm going to go ahead and just cut one of these green ones off of here. And I think it's going to look pretty cute. Let's see. Oh, that is really cute. Hi, Wendy. Sure. I'm going to go ahead and post that soon. The links to where you can get this kit. And I am also giving you guys, isn't it so cute? I'm also going to be giving you guys a 25% off coupon if you want to go and get this kit. You can do that. If you don't have the money now, that's okay. It's a non-expiring coupon. So anybody that comes to this video and is like, I really want that, they can go over and use that coupon on that item. So why not? Okay, so I'm just gonna put one of these little guys. I'm kind of like not liking to use the glue too much. I get it all over my hands and it just wastes time. And you guys don't want to pay with your time to watch me untangle glue from my hands. So there we go. And all this was just a scrap of ribbon, you know, a little flower and the same journal card. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue it on now. I think it's good. And where did my glue? I mean, where did my? I have two different kinds of this, and I have a really super strong one, and then I have a really just a regular one, which also is strong, but it's just not, you know, it's not going to hold the house together, you know, or your fingers together if you use it. Alrighty. Make sure to get this down really well. Guys, I never need to cut my nails again because I just can't take the back off of that. All right, so we're just going to line this all up really carefully and then press down, and then we're going to add it to one of these pages. I don't think that one. I think it's going to have to be something like this, or it even could be down here. I don't know. I'm not sure. what I am sure of is that I'm going to just put the double-sided tape here, and I want to take advantage of those slanted edges there and let them follow the top of the pocket. So it doesn't, my Amazon list doesn't have everything, right? And you can always ask me, you know, if I could add something if I forget, because those are kind of just there for posterity, right? They're just gonna be there. Yeah, I actually am. Monique's asking, are you doing double live in 2 places? Well, not so much in 2 places. I'm actually working on trying to focus on YouTube right now. And for now, I've set aside Twitch, but I'm not streaming at the same time to 2 different places. That is probably going to be something that I work on later, because it would kind of be nice to do that. Okay, so in the sofa here, and we'll go ahead and just place this guy here. And what do you guys think? I think it is so cute. Really, really cute. So, I don't really want to cover this one up because I really love this particular thing right here. So what I may do is I think I'm going to do just something like this. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Monique. Monique says, don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, if you like this video, hit like. I'm doing 2 2-hour streams a week. One is Wednesday, one is Friday, and I'll be focusing on pretty much the same project. Probably the way that it'll work is I will build it on Wednesday, embellish it on Friday, and on Friday you guys will get, you know, some kind of a coupon or whatever to get it. And yeah. So I'm still kind of wondering what to do. Oh, I know what to do. So this comes with 2 little tags. And normally I don't put the hole anymore because I like to decide where it's gonna go, but these do have the holes. And so I'm gonna go ahead, and this one's really kind of small, I think, but I'm gonna see if I can make that work. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use this monster. This isn't even the monster of all monsters. This one is really just sort of a monster. It's a crocodile. So I'm kind of funny with tags, you know. This is bugging me. And I just like them to be easy. I don't like anything to be really complicated. And part of the thing is, thank you, Wendy. Part of the thing is that my brain loves to complicate everything. And I gotta just say, guys, you know, it's hard not to melt down when your brain just won't let you get things done, you know. So I had a little meltdown yesterday, but I'm good today. And I am actually getting things done. Can you believe it? Sort of thanks for Metallica, because that's actually what I was listening to. that was enabling me to get a lot of stuff done. For some reason, like really loud music is like a thing for me that will work and let me focus, which seems weird, right? Does anybody else use like loud music to help you focus? Getting things done like chores or anything like that? My husband's like, what are you doing? You know? What are you listening to? So you don't even have to do the whole. I don't really love to. I tend to like to do it this way and use my little Tim Holtz stapler. And a calm day. Yeah. Don't forget to add the Metallica. Anyways. Yeah, this is the one thing that it kind of gives me trouble with it, though, is because I have to be perfect, right? So I want my staple to go straight across, and it doesn't always do that, but this is good enough for me. I'm okay with that. So now I can add this little dude, if I can. Please don't tell me that I glued that down. That cannot be true. Did I? Oh my gosh, you guys. My brain strikes again. I guess I glued it down. That is really, really weird because I thought I made sure that I wasn't doing that. Did you guys see me doing that? Let's see. Yep. Apparently that is exactly what I did. So I'm going to add this guy here and just move on. Yeah. The beach. I haven't been to the beach in so long. So I can actually tuck this guy in here if I want, or I can glue him somewhere or something like that. I don't know why it's a him, but at any rate, there you go. So these are actually just some that I printed on 32-pound paper. Not sure what I'm going to do with those, so I'm going to set that aside for a minute. And one thing I like to do with things like this is just put two eyelets on here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I have a couple sets of eyelets, and I'm going to use my crocodile to help me with that. And obviously I'm going to choose orange. I have actually two shades of orange here. Got this light one and the dark one, and I'm kind of voting for the dark one here. Yeah. Okay. So this is pretty much the same idea. If you don't have one of these crocodile and you like to put eyelets, this thing is like awesome for that. And it actually has some nice, you know, the back isn't as nice as if there was actually just a second piece, but this works out just fine. The Wicked Fest in Ukaipa, huh? That sounds pretty cool. Of course, all right, you guys, here, true confessions, I have never seen the movie Wicked ever. Not for any other reason except that I just haven't. I'm not avoiding it or anything, but, you know. Hi, Keniki. Hi, baby. Keniki's got his his head resting next to my leg. And he's just looking at me like, could you please look at me? Please look at me. So I've got, I don't know what this is going to look like. If I should use like a regular ribbon or maybe some of this baker's twine. Maybe even this color, which I don't mind if the greens are all different colors. I think it looks really cool actually with the variation. So maybe I'll just use this and then just do like a really cute bow. This could work or it may not, and that's gonna be fine either way. Oh, fun. So like the Renaissance Fair but wicked. Has anyone been to the Renaissance Fair before? We used to go a lot. Well, not a lot, but once a year. With our, when we used to homeschool, we used to do a lot of field trips and stuff like that, and that was one of them. Food trucks. That sounds amazing. Because, yum. A cameo? How do I do that? Would I just pick up my camera and show him? He's so cute. He's such a good dog. Oh, that's so cute. Melissa says she's been to one Renaissance fair and her favorite part was a bunch of guys dressed like garden gnomes. I'll have to tell you what my favorite part was another time because it has to do with bathroom humor, and you know, maybe some people here don't really care for that. I've had people tell me like, I don't like that kind of humor, and I'm like, I get it, I do, and so I'm gonna say it, but I don't want to foist it on anybody if they really hate it. Anyway. Oh. Oh my gosh, Monique, that's so funny. Okay, so nothing to do with Wicked, the show or movie, like Wicked, like us. Like Halloween people. So yeah, I got it. Oh, that sounds so fun. Then wrong channel. You don't like bathroom humor. That's okay. I know it's not for everybody. It's just I'm 5 years old, and so, you know, sometimes that is a thing in my life. So this looks pretty cute, right? It's got the eyelets and gotta stay in here, Keniki. I'm sorry. So that's super cute. I totally like it. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so this can actually function if I want it to. It can sort of be like a belly band if I want, but I think I would have to glue this down. Yes, horror movies. Hey, so Monique, have you been to that place? It's a little coffee shop, and I believe it's in Yucaipa. And it's like a horror-themed coffee shop. I can't remember what it's called, but it was so cute and fun, and really kind of creepy. Yeah, I do too, Melissa. I also like that. So I think I don't want these to be plain though. I'm going to go ahead and... You're okay, Keniki. Come here, buddy. Do you want to make a guest appearance? Come on. Come over here. Come on, buddy. I don't know how to do this. I'm going to move my camera and let you see him. And you guys are going to love him. So, do you see him? Keniki. Isn't he adorbs? So cute. This is Ezra's dog. Well, you should go to Yucaipa now because. Oh, really? I don't really watch TikTok too much. You know, I'm not too good for it or anything. I don't know. I gotta say, I kind of get a little bit of FOMO. Like, why am I not doing stuff on TikTok? Because you're old and you don't have that kind of energy, Christy. So, there is that. Okay. Okay. Something weird here. Let me fix that a little bit. Yeah, I think Melissa and I are the same age. So yeah, too old for TikTok. Yeah, you know, I watch it sometimes. I just don't, you know, I don't know. It's a weird thing for me. So maybe I am going to see what it's like if I just glue the ribbon down. Yeah. Monique says that her TikTok is full of junk journals, witchy stuff, and some political satire. Karens and pets. All right. So I don't know if I should put this like over here or if I should put it on. What do you guys think? Should I put it on this page or this page or this page? Ooh, this kind of looks like the bow is around the flowers, huh? Okay, I'm going to wait for you guys. You guys tell me what to do. I like political satire myself. You may have caught that. That I do listen to stuff like that sometimes because I was accidentally logged into the Junk Journal Retreat page, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm sitting here watching all this political stuff on this page. I hope it never like shows things like Junk Journal Retreat likes this. All right, I think I'm going to do this. I love these little flowers, you guys. These are like a thing that I would have actually saved for a rainy day. You know, like, you know, I don't want to use it yet. Nope, not that. Oh, around the poppies, Marianne? Okay. I think that's kind of a good, that's a good place. Oops, let's not stick these together. All right. Oops, not upside down either. So I'm going to see where the center is on this, and then I'm going to do this. But, oops, I don't really know if it's going to need me to. I don't think I want to put these in because it'll cover the flowers. I don't want it to do that. So I could maybe just tuck a couple things like this in there. I don't know. I don't really know if I like that at all. Maybe I don't tuck anything. Yes, I know, Marianne, for sure. Marianne says that when you get to our age, it's always a good day for those rainy day things. And yeah, I used to do it all the time. Like, oh, I'll save it for a rainy day, you know. And it's like, you know what? The rainy day never comes. And you know what? I'm just going to do it anyway. All right. So I'm going to have to ask you to excuse me for a moment. I am going to let Keniki out because it sounds like it's a possibility he might need to go to the bathroom. So you guys do the same. Or go get a drink or something, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Keniki's happy, Bella's happy, everybody's happy. Yes, Monique, you did tell me that you guys are moving again. And I really do hope you're staying in California. And yes, thank you. Monique is commanding you guys. Go hit like, subscribe, and share my video if you guys are enjoying this, because it really does help for people to be able to find me. And I'm just a small fry here, so I need all the help I can get. We are starting to do, while I'm doing this, we're starting to do Mass Make Mondays this month, and we did button brads, which was super fun. We did bread tab tags, and that was really fun. And we did gosh, I keep wanting to say artist trading cards, and that just isn't what it is. It's altered playing cards. So if that sounds like projects that you would be interested in, and you would like to actually learn about projects that you can make like a whole crap ton of at the same time, or all in one sitting, you want to come to those. And in order to come to those, you need to be on one of our paid tiers in Patreon. But you know what? Just pay $2 a month and you can go to 4 of these. Why not? Kind of a no-brainer. So, excuse me. The video for the bread tags. So, I don't know whether I do have that one, because some of them, the sound didn't happen. So the setup is different for YouTube than it is for Discord. And so there are a couple extra things that I need to do for Discord to make sure that the sound actually gets recorded, because Discord does not record for me. I have to do that through OBS. And so, yeah. So maybe, and I was going to just go ahead and just do like a dub over of the video, but I I just don't really have time for that. And knowing that I don't have time for that, you know, I am going to have to like double try, you know, to make sure that I do sound checks before the any live stream. So thankfully Ezra is just right outside in his trailer and can come in and help me do sound checks every time. So things are just going to get better and better, guys. And you guys, I gotta say, you guys that have stuck around for all this time with like all the technical difficulties that I've had over the years, and you know all of the weird stuff, I really appreciate you guys, because that makes it so like new people who come in can see me doing this and like my stuff, and they won't have ever seen, you know, all of that mess back there. But there's still somebody watching, and I'm grateful for that. I have been considering doing something with, you know, like using the Mass Make Monday ideas somewhere, but I'm not really sure. I have to figure out what I think is the fair thing to do, you know, because of, you know, because the Patreon Posse, it's my community. And I want to make sure that you guys get everything that you get all the, like, the exclusive stuff and everything like that. And I want it to feel exclusive. Okay. Oh, I like this a lot. These are really coming out so cute. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I feel like I want to use these everywhere. I think I'll make another like it, but a little bit different. Oh, no apology necessary, Michelle. I understand that you have a life. Oops, let me use a different one than this. Yeah, let's use this. Yeah, I really like it. Thank you, Melissa. Ezra is not here, but is so grateful for all the kind things that you guys have been saying about his latest design. So if you are new here and you don't know who Ezra is my son, and he creates some of the products that are in our Etsy shop, which is Junk Journal Boss. And right now he's going through the year and doing like birth flower and gemstone, and this one is Peridot and Poppy. So you know, and it's kind of a, some of them are like more on the nose than the others, you know. Yeah, it's like that sometimes, Mo. I mean, I get it. Life smacks sometimes us. And we got to deal with that. Yeah. Isn't it nice, though, guys, that we can come here and just kind of forget about all that stuff and, you know, just chill together for a little bit? I really love this community for that. So, like, my inclination is not to use these ones that have the yellow, just because, you know. What do you guys think? Should I use this white with yellow, green with white, or the white with orangey yellow, egg yolk, for this one? I'm gonna just chill for a minute on that and think about what my next step is going to be. And actually, I'm gonna take a drink of my soda, and then I'm also going to drop the links. Let's see. Glad you're here, Michelle. A valuable part of the Patreon posse. Let's see. Egg yolk, yeah. Oh, you like the egg yolk one? Me too. All right, hang on. I'm gonna find these links, and I'm just sorry about this, but I'm just gonna drop them all at the same time. I don't mean to be forward, but I just want to drop them all at the same time because it's just easier. So these links that I'm dropping, you will see. One of them is the idea list. Sorry that some of that is not yet, I mean, I don't know why it's like this, but anyway, there's no space between list and the beginning of the link, but I don't think that's going to matter. There's also a coupon there, and did the rest make it in there? I don't know. Tell me if the rest of it made it in there, guys, because I also have, I mean, I could do them singularly. Maybe I just do that instead of messing around here. All right, so this one is the 25% off coupon if you want to go get this set. You guys can get it for, I don't know what it would end up being, something like $5, a little over $5. And then also these two links. Whoops. What's happening here now? Thank you. Okay. The first link should not go there. All right. Let me just do them singularly. This should be the Amazon list right here. Let me know where that goes. It should go to my Amazon storefront. That would be weird if it didn't. And then here's the one that is actually the coupon code. And you can just click this link and it goes directly to the product. So let me know if that doesn't work. There might be an issue with, thank you for the spacers. All right, and so this is taking much longer than I need it to be taking. This is why I have Ezra. And this is just the Etsy shop. If you want to check out what else we have. And then, great. Can you see the Peridot and Poppy list? Okay, perfect. All right, and then here is the Patreon. And that's where we do all of those Mega Make Mondays. I mean, we don't sit and make a whole bunch of them. I'm basically just showing you different things that you can do. Thank you, Monique. Thank you so much. Different things that you can do to, you know, if you want to sit down and just mass make a whole bunch of stuff. And so I have a bunch of drawers back here. I'll have to show it to you, take a picture and show it to you sometime. But I have all these little boxes. And they have stuff in it like, this is my bling box. That's where I put all my bling stuff. I have, you know, a little box with some mini journals that I could tuck into junk journals. Oh, you guys. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to show you that yet. I have like little signatures that I have made here and there, you know. And I'm going to get lost in that drawer if I keep talking about it. But anyways, yeah, those boxes, they fit perfectly. I can put a whole bunch of them in one drawer. I write what it is on the top, and when I'm ready to like make a whole bunch of like hangy tags or dangles or something like that, I throw them all in that box so that when I'm working on a junk journal, I can have some embellishments that I am that I have already made, because this takes me a long time. And while that's fine and everything, because I'm here doing them, you know, on camera with you guys, you know, it could take a really long time to do a junk journal. Yeah, we're all the same. Okay, so did you decide? I think that Michelle said the egg yolk one. And I keep using them, but they're all just so cute. But there's also this one, or this one. What do you guys think? If you guys don't give me your opinion, I am just going to do what Michelle's told me to do. I'm kind of wondering if I have anything, you know, that I can use in here. Oh, I know what else I wanted to do. I actually wanted to show you guys how to use your own reclaimed stuff for this. So if you are into, okay, egg yolk, says Melissa. All right, I'll do egg yolk. But first I'm going to do a different thing too. So I'm just going to take a little bit of grosgrain ribbon. Oh, excuse me, you guys, I've been up since like 3 o'clock this morning. Let's see. I'm going to take this grosgrain ribbon. And make a little, this little guy here. And it might be too small for what I want it for, but anyways, let me do that. And then let me see what this looks like. This egg yolk one just really is so adorable. I'm thinking I might do a ribbon underneath it, because over here I already did this vibe where I just kind of put it right on there. So, and it would be absolutely fine if I staple this, because I am going to cover, oops, that part right there. So just in case you guys don't know this, that Amazon storefront is, it's an affiliate link. So what that means is, that means that I will make a few cents, and believe me, it's a few cents, on, you know, each purchase that you would make. So if you go over there and you buy stuff off of that list, even if you put a little more stuff in your cart or whatever, you know, it gives me credit, and I get a little bit of compensation for having told you, you know, to go over and shop at Amazon. And you know, it's just kind of a nice way to not spend anything extra, but just kind of support a little bitty business like mine. Okay, so there's that, right? We're going strong, guys, right? We are. But I'm going to grab some vintage envelopes that I got from my mom, and be right back, because what I want to do is make a signature out of some reclaimed stuff, and show you how you can, you know, put that into here too, because I'm totally trash to treasure person, and yeah, I always want to incorporate that. So excuse me for a moment, I'll be right back. I just found something really cool that I never thought of using. And yeah. I don't know. I don't know, Melissa, but I don't think you're a big mouth. You'd have to be like actually like talking. Okay, here's a little aside, guys. Can you see this picture? It's an old negative, and it's my mother. So, but anyways, I got a bunch of these photo envelopes, and I think they're super cool, and I think it would be totally fine to just, you know, not, let's see. I think I just would not even like put anything on it because the colors are pretty much gonna go together. What do you guys think? I do love these. I don't know what all these photos are though. Yeah, super cool, huh? Ooh, I wonder who this is. Black and white negatives. Oh, these ones came from my grandma. I might just have to set these aside right here. But I love these envelopes, really. And I think I will use, let me just use all the like ones and then give my, or not my grandma, but my aunt the rest of the negatives that came from my grandma. Ah, see, Amy knows everything. Amy always knows everything. She always has an answer for to the questions that we have. And thank you for being my top fans, guys. Super stoked that you're always here. But you can do things with your, you know, this is so cute, you guys. That'll be so cute, like in a Christmas book. I'm not sure what Heifer International is, but anyway, it was something that came out of the mail at my dad's house. And he used to give to a lot of different charities and things. But I think I'm going to use these here because I think they're going to be really, really cool. Probably was developed at a photo mat. You know, that little box, right? The little box that, you know, you would go and give your film to somebody and they would, you know, develop it and then you'd come back a little bit later and get it. Like that one. Right, so. And a very cool thing is happening right at this moment, you guys. A very, very cool thing is happening at this moment. I have a needle. All right. Yeah, the drive-through ones. Gosh, it's been a long time. So should I fold them like this? Or like this? I mean, either way, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to use these as pockets. And honestly, I guess I don't have to use them as pockets. I can use them as pages. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's awesome. So there we go. My dad was supporting people getting animals to help support them. Fantastic. What a guy. Well, if you miss film cameras, I've got a whole crap ton of them at my mom's house. All right, so I think maybe I'll make each one into a signature. But gosh, what about the flap, guys? Should I just cut the flap and let it be a flap on this side and a flap on that side? haven't gotten a drink of my soda. Okay. Oh yeah. If you like old stuff like that, you'd be in heaven at my mom and dad's house. They have all kinds of weird stuff. Just old cool things. All right. So it's coming to the place where I'm going to have to decide what to do with the flaps on my envelopes. So I'm going to have to cut them. Okay, so I think I may need to do this. And I think it will come out okay if I flap these up. All right, so now what I'm going to do here is I want to hand sew these probably into here. And I think if I just hand sew, it'll be fine. If I don't put any like bead or anything, then it will still, you know, roll over like this. You know, and we're still doing really good, you guys. So, you know, it doesn't look all, you know, jammed like the other one, like on Wednesday. So this is actually working really well. Let's see. I know I have a pencil somewhere. Okay, here we go. And so I'm going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Alright, so now that I've got that, I'm going to go here, remove this so I don't sew that in, and I will mark that there. Now I'm showing my age. I just get tired so fast. Green or orange? I think green. Never mind. I'm just not even going to go there. Your guys are getting green. That's what it is. And so this is a really large eye needle. So hopefully I'll be able to get it. Yep, I did. And so if you've never done a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, you will go, no. Depending on if I want the bow to be on the outside or the inside. I think I want it to be on the inside. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go through the center hole in my envelopes and the center hole here, pull it through and leave probably 5-6 inches, I guess. Then I'm going to go through the top hole, and then I'm going to probably have to help it along a little bit here, as always, to come through here. So each time, there's Keniki doing the twilight bark. Does anybody know what the twilight bark is? If you don't, I'm not telling. So. Alright. I must have gone through that string or something. No, I guess it's alright. So cute. Oh my gosh. So you can do this with like any of our, haha, I knew you would know this, Melissa. Any of our kits, you know, you can add like the extra like trash to treasure stuff that you like in here. Oh, did I do this wrong? Seems like I didn't do it wrong, but it seems like I did. Oh, I know why, because I just don't go through the hole again. Oh, that's okay. Yes, the twilight bark is something from the 101 Dalmatian movie that my kids used to watch when they were really little. And it's just something I've always remembered. And the dogs were like all barking at night, and they were all like passing along news. Okay, so here we go. And now what I can do here is I can start putting my little envelope things down. You can also cut these off if you want, but I just really think the whole envelope is so cute. Oops, sorry. All right, so now I've got this little embellishment, and we can just leave it open like a signature. Of course you can add things to this, but I honestly feel like this is like perfect the way it is, and so I'll just use it as kind of a thing of pockets. And if I want to make a signature with this set, you are going to get 13 pages. Oops, I keep dropping that, don't I? These don't like to hold those very well. It comes with 6 pages, and you can print them double-sided. They're centered so that if you print them on your printer and and you want to print double-sided, you can. And so you can make a signature. You can sew it in if you want to, or you can, you know, put a bead or something, or you can actually fasten it with brads or whatever. All right, so there's that, and I kind of feel like this side is sort of done, but maybe needs something up here. What do you think? I don't know if I have something that would work. Oh, how about this? Maybe let's do I think Melissa and I must have grown up together or something in the same place, because we sort of like have an understanding of the same exact things, like weird things. Maybe she's my long lost twin or something. I know. Same. Same. So I think what I might do is, I'm not really into like a pocket for up here, and I'm not sure I actually like this plain like that. So, I mean, I could always go back and do like another flower on it. But I mean, the flowers are getting a little redundant. What do you guys think? Let me go ahead and see what I'm going to do over here. All right, so what do you guys think? Oh, actually, I do kind of think these would be fine here for now, because I also can add something here. That's a little too much. Another flower and ribbon on this, Monique. I think because it's over there, it has to have like this color ribbon, and maybe the green flower. I don't know. Make it a notebook header, fold it in half and slip blank paper in it. Huh. Are you talking about this signature right here? Or are you talking about, oh, I don't know. I'm so confused. Does anybody else use different color Ranger inks to, in this way that I'm doing it? I know a lot of people probably do. I just don't see it very often. I usually see vintage, the vintage photo. Oh, there's horses outside. This is why Keniki is being so loud. We have some neighbors that come out their back fence, and they have the prettiest horses, but the dogs just cannot stand it. Oh, this last flap can be a note page. Yes. Let me think of that real quick. So, another thing I've been liking to do is this. Let me find it. Here we go. So I find this stuff at thrift stores all the time. It's just like a mounting tape, and it kind of looks like, you really aren't going to be able to mount much of anything with this, but what I like to do with it is to is to actually make a pocket. So there's a few ways to make like good pockets that allow, you know, enough space to put stuff inside. But this one has become kind of my latest favorite because it doesn't take any extra anything except, you know, you have your journal card and you just use some of this stuff. I mean, a lot of people probably have this at their house already, just kind of sitting around because they tried to hang a picture with it and it didn't work, and because it's janky tape, and so anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna use this as a pocket right here. Mary says, yes, I go both ways. Sometimes the vintage paper look, sometimes the coordinating color look. Yeah, I like both ways as well. You can probably tell that in our shop we don't do a lot of the vintage look the way that a lot of people do, because I feel like there's a lot of that out there, a lot of really good stuff out there that we don't need to be trying to recreate it. But you know, we try to make like unique stuff that we like, and it's just really fun. Our stuff is really fun, in my opinion. I mean, maybe I'm just, you know, being conceited here. I don't know. But you know what I want to do with this? I don't know if I have any time, you guys, but I kind of want to make a tablet out of this. I might do that. I don't think I have time, but if I did, you know, I would want to put it right here so that it flips up and I could write inside of here, right? And then maybe add something else. Maybe that last piece that I have now lost can go here in the bottom and just be decorative. These pockets are really cool because they're deep and they're really secure because of the tape. Oh, gotcha. Thanks, Melissa. Thank you for being here. We really like you and appreciate you, and you're always hanging out with us, so we appreciate that a lot. So there are going to be like extra stuff left over because a lot of it I used in the other journal. So when you buy these kits from us, you're always going to get more ephemera than you need. But that's also going to give you the option to do whatever you want with your journal, and it doesn't have to look like mine, and it doesn't have to look like, you know, anyone else's. You can make it look like your own. And as you can see, this is a little out of focus. Let me see if I can fix that a little. As you can see, there's plenty of space, you know, because I did the scores the way I did, you know, for everything. Oh, okay. Monique has sent me a text so that I can see what she was talking about. So let's see real quick. I don't, oh, is it in Facebook? No, I don't see it yet. Maybe it's still uploading. Yeah. But anyway, so we need a closure. Really, to finish this up, we need a closure. And so I could have done, you know, the snap, you know, and it would have been better for me to do it like a long time ago. And so the reason why I didn't really end up doing it though is because I don't think that, like, a lot of these installers they don't have enough space inside of here to actually reach across. The only thing I've seen like that is the crocodile, the big one. All right. So that's why I didn't do this. So I think what I will want to do here is, sorry, my voice just cracked. Interesting. Let's see. How about this real quick? I can sort of put those in there. And if I had my gold paper clips, I would use that. I might have a colored paper clip I can use here. That might look good. Maybe this green one. Just hold that in there. Yeah, it's not a problem. Yeah, I haven't gotten it yet. I'm sure that's why. So I'm probably going to have to trim this a little bit, you know, so it doesn't fold weird in there. And then, yeah, I think I am going to make a tablet out of this. And, oh, here's that piece. So I'm not sure. I'm going to have to think about it a little bit. I'm going to wait until I get Monique's text, because I'm sure that she'll have a really good idea. And as I do that, maybe I'll make it a short or something, you know, so you guys can actually see it. It's not going to probably take a long time or anything. So it's 6:50 p.m. Does anybody have any questions about this? If you would like to grab this, you can scroll up and get the set. Don't forget that there's a 25% off coupon there, and if you guys need me to post it again, let me know and I'll be happy to do that. This is the August Peridot and Poppy, and it's part of our birthstone and birth flower and gemstone set. And there's a whole bunch of other ones that are just really cute, very vibrant, really nice. And I think for a closure, I am just going to do something really simple and just use, I mean, there's a few ways you can do this. A lot of times I just will tie a ribbon around it, or if I have a scarf, I'll just like tear some scarf and just kind of wrap it around. It looks really cool. You know, sometimes I just I'll glue this on the back. Some way that it could work is, let me grab that one little piece here. Oh, wow. Amy, that's late. I've been going to bed later and later, so, you know, I should talk. So, I mean, I can put, you know, this over that if I want to, and just kind of hold it together this way. I don't love this look. I would have to probably put some flowers or something on the back, you know, or whatever. So, and maybe that's just what I'm going to do. So let me make sure that I have enough ribbon just to tie a tie in front. I think I can probably just cut it now. And usually I just do the bunny ears. I mean, whatever. Oh, shoot. Yeah. I'm going to have to go get Keniki right away after this. There's a couple of dogs in the neighborhood that just kind of roam free, and they come and antagonize him at the gate, and it's not really a good thing. Okay, so I love the way this looks. So I'm just going to go ahead and just glue down. Oops, maybe not glue down, but put some double-sided tape. And on that Amazon list, I put this double-sided tape that I buy. There's also a couple of variations, or they're not really variations of orange ribbon, but they're actually just two different sizes. But you know, do a search over there for, you know, different kinds of ribbon that you like, or go to Dollar Tree and grab it, or whatever. You know, this one I got there, and I think there's a blue one as well. And they usually have the same stuff over and over, you know. Okay, let me make sure I'm not making this crooked in any way. So here we are. Don't be crooked, please. Do not. All right, and then, oh, and on the back, I of course can do egg yolk flowers if I want to, or I can just leave it just to let it be functional. I think that would be a waste of the egg yolk flowers. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut these off and call this a done deal. And here we go. I think it turned out really cute. What do you think? It turned out really nice. Let's open it up one more time. And everything is super cute. The only page I didn't do back here was this, because I want to make a tablet. Do they really? Yes. All right. So that's all I've got. I will drop the links one more time, and after I am, well, I think Keniki might be inside now, but I'm going to sign off, go check on him, and then I'll drop these links again. If you don't want to wait for me, just scroll up in the chat, and you should be able to find them. But go get it. Go get it. You get a 25% off coupon today. And also, go join the Patreon. For $2 a month, you can go to all of the Mega Make Mondays and other things that we do together. You get an exclusive project, and yeah, so it's a lot of fun. Come hang out with us. I'll see you guys later. Bye.